what's up? I'm someone's favorite guest. Is that true? Why is that?
You're early? Hey, you're on the air, just so you know.
Yeah, I know. I figured. That's why I'm early.
But that doesn't make any sense.
You have the stream open. Let you have some dead air.
There was a timer, and I was trying to find my favorite Wesley Willis song to put on. It didn't say too many swears.
There was a Pyron, you said?
There's a timer on. Can you see the stream?
Yeah, I can.
All right, well, there you go.
I'm candlelit, and I don't think it looks as good as I thought it would look.
I think it's pretty good.
It's 2 candles. Oh, yeah, it does look pretty good. I think my camera's...
There you go.
Or like my monitor's shitty.
Uh-oh. I minimized you and you were left. Let's figure this out. There we go. You just can't minimize the thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now there's 2 of me. Now there's...
Oh, brother.
It looks like it's fine right now.
Right now it is. You know what they call this? They call this live troubleshooting. Welcome to anyone who's here. Papazians Live.
Papazians Live.
Papazians Live. Let me know how the audio is. I've been working really hard at it. As you can see, I have a thing in my ear. It's not some kind of futuristic hearing aid. This actually, it plugs into the computer, and the audio comes out of the computer and then into my head. And then that way, if Dima says, wow, that was a really good hit, Julian, then it won't echo into the microphone. And then what the microphone does is it picks up my voice and sends it out to you guys.
Is there, am I echoing right now? Is that why you're saying that?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope not. Red mill.
Someone will tell me.
More like a dread mill. That's what I feel when I'm on there.
Watching this on a treadmill is crazy work. I can't imagine being exercise worthy.
I can't imagine.
You'd watch The Sopranos or the Papazians, I guess. It's nice to be up there.
What's that fantasy movie?
Willow?
Willow. And I tell you my fantasy movie if I had a BMI under 2,000 or whatever. That's my fantasy. What?
A what?
A what? A BAC under 2,000. Dima's a little quiet. Hey, Dima, get a little closer to your microphone.
I'm using my webcam microphone. Is that any better?
Uncle Lando's cousin, is that any better for you?
Thank you, but I also might be able to turn myself up in settings. Let's see.
Right.
Oh, troubleshooting somebody's mic problems.
Oh, shit.
While I troubleshoot, I'm gonna yell this so everybody can hear it. Troubleshooting technical problems at work kicks ass when you're like the one who fixes the problem. It's the greatest feeling on the planet. It just is.
I think what the issue is... Okay, I know what's going on. Speak now, Dima.
Well, I just put a granola bar in my mouth.
This is a disaster. I'm
sorry.
Yeah, no eating on camera. No eating on stream.
Okay, do I have to hold it in my mouth and not chew for the rest of it?
Wait, hold on.
I'll mute myself. I'll finish this.
Oh, the stream doesn't even start until 52 seconds. Is that? Okay, I got it. Everything's set.
Yeah, I literally thought eating was fine in the pregame. That's why it was a granola bar.
If you had told me beforehand, I would have made a title card that was granola bar pending.
Great. I'm going to turn on the light because I don't like having one of us in light and one of us in darkness.
Okay. Now that we're a few minutes into this and it's already fallen apart, hi and welcome to the live stream of Monday Night Mako Mania, Episode 3. The reason we're doing this is because we just fought at mass destruction. Dima brought back her old robot Turbo Fiend that she used to run at NHRL before she betrayed me and became a commentator. I also ran Multibot Mako. Some of it was ran with good sister Dima, and some of it was ran with good friend and honorary Papazian, Jaron Liebson? One of those. I don't know how to give his last name either. I probably shouldn't have done that. Jaron.
He's mononymous, like Cher, in a lot of ways. I don't think a lot of people know his last name.
Probably.
Mononymous. It means you have
I know
one
what
name
it
and one
means.
name
You
only,
have
basically.
one lover. Yeah.
No. Cher and Madonna are the only examples I can think of. Nostradamus.
Obama.
No.
All right. We're going to get into it. What I've done is I've gathered the videos and edited them into my own video. So we're going to watch it and see how it goes. Oh, we get to
That camera turn was crazy.
I get to see him get a nice cup of Joe. Oh, this is Mako versus Prince right here. If I remember correctly, we were 2-2 leading up to this. Mako versus Prince matchups, and this is the tiebreaker. Dima's driving the red robot here. I'm driving the one who's blocked by the camera, blocked by the monitor. And I'll be quiet so you can hear it. Also, tell us how the audio is now.
I can't really hear the fight, so I don't think they can.
I think that's kind of how it's going to have to go. You're louder than the fight, so they can hear you.
It's fine. Well, you just said be quiet so we can listen. Am I supposed to be quiet too?
No, I was going to be quiet.
Oh.
Chat, be quiet. Just kidding. Clear comms.
I felt like this was a really good fight to have round one because having Prince as like this is a real driving test because it's like you really can't afford to take stray hits. Like you can't just get critted by Prince. You really have to. I'm locked horn to horn right here, and I felt like in danger, but you got to push forward. It's kind of a confidence test in a lot of ways. Scary moment right here. Can't really see it, but
this is probably my favorite part of the fight.
Yes.
Do a little do-si-do, and Prince winds up in the pit. I believe we get her back in there. Go for a cheeky little hit.
You kind of like dunked her into the pit a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was totally intentional. That's called the alien dunk.
I think the do-si-do thing is important to like point out because if you are like locked with somebody and you're both like trying to turn to the side and you're going in a circle, you sometimes don't want to be the first one to like let up or change direction because you might get pushed. You're usually trying to push each other. Like I was trying to push her into the pit. That was a bad hit.
Just got thrown right out of frame.
No, judging at mass destruction does not really have points. Judging system is, I don't want to say vibes based, but that's the easiest way to communicate it at like a baseline. It's more like in a lot of these fights, there's typically a clear winner, and if there's not a real clear winner, they'll think about it or they'll ask for a crowd reaction because usually the crowd will have a pretty good opinion of what happened. There was a lot more focus on releasing your opponent from pins and there not being a ton of long holding engagements. I didn't really know if there are any specific rules about it going into this. I kind of just like went with what the ref said. I usually let go before she even said so anyway, because most of the day I was on Turbo Fiend and I was kind of just letting go just to get another hit, which is not usually how I played it at NHRL because pins were valuable for control points, but maybe that's not how I have to do things in next season.
We don't need to get into that nightmare right now.
Okay. Do you have
that's the end of the fight. Ended it with a good little grind thing.
You can rewind if you want to talk about it as like the end of it. Sorry, I kind of rambled for a bit.
No, that's fine. I think we were already in control, but it's always good to end a fight on a literal holding that saw all the way till the end. Wasn't really doing any damage, but showing aggression and showing sparks, which is even better.
Pause for a second. Can you talk about how that tiny saw was insanely durable and you literally just sat there and slammed it on metal and it didn't like nothing happened? Like
I'm going to talk about it a lot right now. We were being too silly at the beginning of this, and that's probably Dima's fault, but I'll take responsibility because I'm the older brother. So Mass Destruction. The format of this event is there are 3 prelim fights. Scoring a knockout is great for your points. Scoring a win is good, but also just being exciting is also good. In these early prelim fights, there's 3 rounds. This is sort of like the, hey, let's go out there and put on some banger fights where if someone's stuck, you free them, keep hitting each other, just have a really good time. And it's kind of ridiculous. I just went right into the fights without explaining the pit. Most events have a pit where if you fall in, the match is over. Mass Destruction has a pit where if you fall in, they launch you back out. And yeah, being in the pit is bad. Putting your opponent in the pit is good. There's no like point system where it's like, oh, well, if you put your opponent in the pit 3 times, you win. No, it's like, it's just a clear objective for control robots. And it's a clear objective to show like, hey, they're in the pit more than I am. I'm in control of my robot. Another interesting thing, I don't think you guys can see. Oh, you can see my mouse. Was it on the screen during that? Oh my god, I fumbled. There's also like an air grate here, which is like another extra little hazard where if you drive on top of this, it's a lot easier to get stuck. Not like stuck, but like your robot's not going to drive normally on top of it. Like you might get stuck for a little bit, have to wiggle your way out. It's almost like driving on a carpet. Yeah. Anything else to add, Dima?
I'm trying to. I don't really think so. You kind of covered it. They weren't like reffing based on the. Yeah, there's no on sticks, which was important, but also like it was exactly what Julian said. Like you should free your opponent. This is early in the day, early fights. It's hard to explain, but it's a vibes focused. Like somebody said in the chat, said literally vibes based. That's just. I'm not saying that as a knock. I'm saying it as like a credit. It was. You would get judged negatively if you kind of played lame, which I think is. I don't know. You already called out basically everything, and I didn't have any input.
That's fine. No, I agree. We all came here to fight robots. This is like the prelim fights are about fighting robots, winning, but also putting on a very good show. And if it was not clear, Mako and Friendo, that's the name of the little red guy, won that fight by judge's decision. So that means Mako and Prince are now 3-2. I took the lead. And now Lyndon and Jillian have to go cry. What?
Uncle Lando's cousin says put on a good show is a good judging rubric. And I agree, first off. But second off, me and Julian are good at that too, which is funny. It's just like a different way to play a little bit. But we are kind of burying the lead here a little bit because when they were doing the original meeting, they were explaining and they said in the bracket kind of anything goes, meaning like it's if somebody gets stuck, you're free to let them get stuck basically. It won't count against you really. And or they were basically implying like it's free to get a little bit more competitive or employ a little bit more lameness, which is kind of funny because it was a long event and it wasn't like NHRL, so it was a little bit more active in the morning. It's kind of funny that it was like put on the best show in the morning, and then when it's night and it gets quiet and super cold in the winter, you're free to let the guy get stuck on the kick plate.
Yeah. And that also reminds me, Mako, even the multi-bot Mako, generally uses a 4.5-inch saw. I'm using a 3-inch saw for almost every fight here today because of tip speed rules. At NHRL, Ricky basically told me, like, just you can't go over 400 miles per hour. Here, they said you can't go over 250. So instead of changing my motor, I just put on a smaller saw, and we're right at around 250. We'll talk a bit more about the saw later, but I enjoyed using it a lot more than I thought I would. There are a lot of pros, but still some cons. And I think a big con is that just the big saw is more fun, more iconic. But we're going to get right into it, as YouTubers say, with the next fight, which is good friend Seth with his new-ish drum bot named Derivative versus Dima with Turbo Fiend. She's fighting alone this time, like most robots do. So I'm going to be quiet and let it run.
You can talk about changes to Turbo Fiend that were made because you'll probably be able to explain them better than I could.
No, they're mostly secret for now.
I hear you. So off the jump, I'm wider than Seth, so I kind of can play the control game. And with the way our weapons interact, he gets sent flying a lot, which is true with a lot of beaters like this. But I'm kind of excuse me. Before fights, I usually will talk to Julian and I'll say, "What do you think? Should I start it up?" I don't want to spoil too many secrets. Should I start full blast or should I not? Basically, like, should I go sicko mode, or play a longer, more stable game? And I think I'm 90% sure in this fight I was like, I'm gonna go sicko mode. Like, this is the first fight of the day. I was talking earlier, like a little bit of a confidence test, like how Mako was versus Prince. Like, you kind of gotta be ready to use your weapon and see how it plays that day. And obviously there's a million variables happening like that with, you're trying to see how it plays, but maybe you don't get a good first hit. Maybe it's a bad angle, but I think it felt super, super good the entire time. I was like,
pause.
Yeah.
I don't think we're allowed to say sicko mode after Astro World. So everybody keep that in mind after what Travis Scott did. And I think he also slapped
Chris Rock at the Oscars.
He slapped a wrestler in the ear really bad. So we're not allowed to say sicko mode anymore. I looked it up. I'm sad about it too because I really like saying it. But he's a mean sucker. Continue.
I kind of like how you're saying you're not telling me you're not allowed to say that. You're saying that everybody, we are not allowed to say that. Like, okay, press play, I guess. Go nasty on them is really good. I probably will use that in the future.
Yeah, you're supposed to go NASD at MassD. NASD at MassD.
I'm trying to think of the third thing, but they're all
that's the one thing. But also, before I let Dima continue, I should say thank you to Seth of Just Cause Robotics, who is our sponsor. And the previous video, which you noticed was probably better quality, was taken by Seth. So thank you, Seth. Visit his YouTube channel. Visit his website. I think they're in the description. If you go buy items from him, you'll do a really good job at robots. I know Peter sells robot parts too, but Seth is better looking, and frankly, I think he might be a better lover. I'm not speaking from experience. That's just the vibe I get. Are you ready?
Yeah. Go ahead. As you started your advertisement, I was struggling not to laugh because somebody in the chat said the kids are saying go X Games mode, which I've never heard before, but I'm going to start saying all the time. So yeah, at this point in the fight, I did go X Games mode, weapon to weapon a million times, and his weapon is kind of dead at this point. And when you are, sorry, I'm doing like, I have to do something with my hand and I have a lighter on my desk.
Do you have pad thai there?
Huh?
You have pad thai there?
No, I don't. Okay, so when your weapon is still functional and you've broken the other person's weapon, you kind of have to think to yourself, like, I can keep hitting them, but if I hit them from the front, I'm kind of running my weapon into metal for maybe no reason, and there could be potential for critical failure, or just even you're wearing out stamina for no reason. But it's first fight in MassD, and I'm like last before we take a break for plants, or close to last, and I want to just keep hitting him. And I also want to stress test, not like stress test, but you know what I mean. And I'm trying to figure out how it drives with the new changes, and I'm trying to figure out getting bite, different ranges, different weapon amounts. There are times when I turn it back up to 100 because I try to grind him, but it's maybe not fully necessary to do 100% of the time, especially when he's already so much on the back foot. But it's kind of like testing. Like I want to go for the. So playing lame and like trying to kill them or not kill them really critically are two different things. And maybe we'll get into it at different times. It's kind of hard to explain right now. You ever have somebody like totally ready to be KO'd and you decide not to like go for a kill shot and just wait for them to tap out? That's not what's happening here. So until that moment is clear, I'm pretty much always going to run my weapon into a weapon if I think it will accumulate damage and aggression. Because aggression is really important. Even though this is vibes based, aggression gets translated in vibes to, are you trying to win? Are you? And I am, and I'm trying to like continually do that. But when he's pinned on the kick plate, I don't have to be 100% turbo strategizing and kicking it up to 100 and trying to go for like a pin angle that lets me grind into a battery. But sometimes you got to, you know?
Yeah, you gotta go X Games mode. I was just sitting here thinking about the bad thing that I said. I'm really sorry.
What are you referring to? Just relax. And I don't know if I over-explained that, but people typically get me when I say these things, so I'm not going to worry too much about it.
Yeah, I think unfortunately the camera angle wasn't great, but there were a bunch of times where like Seth was stuck. You were trying to wobble him down. He gets to shake out more of the gremlins by continuing the fight. Even when you lose a fight, like it's better to run your robot for the full 3 minutes, take some damage, see what breaks, as opposed to like getting knocked in the wall, getting counted out. The result winds up being the same thing, but you don't learn the same amount. Go ahead.
Two things. One, can you flip me horizontally?
No. Like physically?
Like the camera.
Shoot me.
Huh?
Shoot me.
Perfect. That's great, man. Secondly, something I said in the Pandemonium Discord server last night was like, I was thinking about drive advice, and I was talking about how to not mentally give up. Not that anybody did, but I think it happens a lot in all games, but especially in robots because there are things attached to it like stamina and money cost. But like if you're in the cage and you're driving, you have to drive 100% like it's winnable. And if you really truly don't think it's winnable, you have to be ready to tap out. And until you're ready to tap out, you have to drive like that. And that was like the first thing I wanted to say, just because I think it's like kind of an important piece of advice and it related to the discussion. But point two is that the thing that you weren't mentioning about me wobbling him off the wall was that I was using my fork to like trick him. Like I would like turn under him. Yeah, I would like foot sweep. Turbo Fiend's new special move it's a new normal move unlocked, a command normal. I foot swept his like wheel guards or his side out from under him and got him right side up so we could continue brawling.
Okay. Nice.
Is about to say fighting, stops myself thinking of a better word and says brawling.
Sweep the leg, Dima. All right. Next up, Dima is fighting again against our teammate Ellie with Death Cap. Is that correct? That's what's up. It's a forked undercutter. It's a fairly new robot, but you'll see. We've got a Wedge Fiend in play. And I think the stream's been going kind of slow. We're 2 fights in. It's 26 minutes. So I'm just going to let it play, baby. And you can speak over it, of course. But use your hands.
I'm just waiting for a moment that's easy to like pick and point apart. This one is kind of straightforward. And this part's happening off camera, which is like the first part where it's like a decision to explain.
The camera angles are better later, I promise. This isn't every fight.
Yeah. Belt is off if you can see it kind of on the cage, the pit lid, or the pit floor that's now up. But the weapon is still online. It was, I would say, intermittent. But the first part of the fight is mostly me trying to knock that weapon out of the equation, so it is a lot of head-on collisions, but I did get good side hits as a result. That was the end of the fight. That was, no continuing from there.
Did you pick up the hot dog that I requested, Rad Rabbit?
Okay. I know you said, you can continue the fight. Just can I say one thing while we let it play about butchering things with your bare hands? I once had an autistic need to take the chicken breast I was cooking and pull it to pieces while it was raw. So I was pre-shredding
Woman invents pulled chicken. Go on.
What?
Woman invents pulled chicken. It's like pulled pork.
It was uncooked.
All right, go on. Thank you for the
update. I was
update.
like, pulling it apart by the fiber, and I wasn't like chopping it uniformly or in straight lines. And it came out surprisingly not bad, but of course the texture was insane and weird. Let's watch the fight.
Okay, because you couldn't see most of that last fight, I'm going to give a quick sum up. I don't know exactly why their robot just wasn't working early, and we are bloodthirsty savages, so we attacked her, and by the time it was working, there was a lot of damage done. But we're continuing. What is this robot called? I always forget. This is stress concentration.
Yes.
The rotisserie chicken from anywhere. Tell you what. It's real good.
From anywhere USA.
From anywhere USA.
Friendo is really ironically good at locking up.
I accidentally slammed my saw into his weapon there. It got a chunk taken out, but you'll see it still spins pretty dang good. I think that might be a benefit of the smaller saw. But we'll talk more about that later, maybe. But yeah, I'm being a little more patient after I made a mistake. Waiting for my chance.
We are trying to hit him while he's inverted. Keep it rolling.
No. That's a good point. I'd like to point out that when the pit is raised up, it's not necessarily easy to drive onto it because it gets torn up really quickly, and you can see there's lips, so you can't really go at it with our forks. If someone's stuck on the pit, we have to be cautious and kind of wait for them to get off of it.
We still were trying, our forks were on the point,
of course. But I'm going to succeed soon.
Alex Pick, who helps build Deathcap, says Deathcap drive has been an ongoing issue. I understand, but also in that fight, I did rip off your belt. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say how much of I couldn't tell what any of it was an issue versus damage. You know what I mean?
And you go, oh, it's right out of view, but there's the kill shot going in there. I think, yeah. Got into him.
There's an animalistic beauty to the way Mako shoved that forward and let him off his hooks.
And now I spun up again because who knows if he's really dead. I think he's dead. He taps out or it was a knockout. I don't know if we remember to say this earlier, but it's actually only 5-second pins here today. That was announced on the day of, so that also affects how we drive. But yeah, a nice win by Mako there. I later found out that he had AR top armor with a CF decal on top. So the top looked like straight CF, but it was 3 mm AR. So if I tried, I would have never cut through it in a million years.
You got Robot Arena 2'd.
I got Robot Arena 2'd, yeah, a vinyl wrap. Good, thank you. I'm not smart. I forget how to say words sometimes. But yeah, flipped him upside down, got the juicy underbelly, and got tasty CF fiber all over the place, and I still have a sore throat. Ooh, baby. This is one for the ages.
Drink some water, please, because I know how much you've talked to this moment without drinking water. Have some.
I'll have some. Now it's Mako against our good friend, Honorary Papazian, if she will accept it, Gwen McGuire. I need to stop saying last names. Sorry. But yeah, she's got Jackalope, which is a lifter / vert. And we've got Mako and Friendo again. If you go watch the stream, there's some playful trash talk going on here where Gwen says tremendously evil things to me and causes me to lash out. Evil Julian came out for just a moment there.
Because I'm everybody's youngest sister and cousin, even though I'm older than Gwen, I was basically in the middle saying, stop fighting.
Yeah, I won't repeat what was said, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Fights are too fight here. There we go. Get that weapon lock out of here. This is actually a pretty scary fight because I know her weapon is thin, very good at slicing up TPU. You look like you're in a shower all of a sudden. Hot shower.
Hey Gwen, maybe you will enjoy this joke. So I'm going to say it during your fight. Julia Serrano, whipping lock. Or you say weapon lock, whipping lock.
Why are you so blurry?
My camera went out of focus. I'll try to fix it, but what do you want me to do?
It's ridiculous.
Rewind and give Gwen's fight some fucking respect.
You give some respect. You can't even focus on the fight. You can't even stay in focus. what I was saying is Gwen has murdered Turbo Friend like 3 or 4 times at this point, just cutting right through the chassis. And we know if she does that, she hits us once, that could very easily happen.
To this point, she's killed Friend and Fiend.
She's killed Friend and Fiend. Oh, she's killed Friend and Fiend. She kills them all. But yeah, at this point, the pit malfunctions, so Gwen is sitting there. I decided, well, I'm going in after her.
It's like, Mako is so freaking beautiful to watch. It's really like an animal. You see it like come down with the pit. It's so cool.
They pause the fight there. I knew I was attacking the titanium there. Otherwise, I would not have done it because it's sort of a weird gray area. She was stuck, but they hadn't stopped it. But now, even though the match clock is running, they're taking some time to fix the pit. And I'm going to keep rambling while Dima takes some time to fix her camera. What is going on?
I don't know. Flipping the shutter on and off doesn't seem to work.
Whipping. Man, if you were a thumb, you'd be in focus as hell.
This is like almost enough, which is the funny part.
It's not even like an internet pro. Okay, it's not that bad. Not that bad anymore. It was like you were behind a glass shower and I was getting steamed up before.
Okay, it's better now. I hope. Never mind. There later in this fight, Gwen does awesome things with her lifter, and I want to see it.
Yeah.
Jackalope is a sword fighting robot. I'm jealous of the fact that you can run sword and shield config.
Rad Rabbit, I don't know who that is in the chat. I wouldn't say because I don't want to dox whoever it is. But yeah, so apparently, when Jackalope fell into the pit, Andor just fell. ESC's just basically died. I think all they have left now is like the servo and some drive. I can't remember if the drive comes back. But yeah,
you call my brother Booger?
That was rude. No, I think he was talking to you. What I was going to say is, unfortunately, Jackalope was just not working to 100% capacity, but Gwen is a fighter, so we keep going shortly when they restart it.
Are we allowed to use her first name? Do I have permission for that? Are we chilling on the OPSEC? Because if somebody knows who Jackalope is, they just Google Jackalope robot.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll chill on the OPSEC a little bit.
I don't know what OPSEC stands for. There's the sweet tag team.
Oh.
We got the lift, and then I cut into the underbelly, and I felt real bad. Not because I feel bad about killing anyone. I just felt bad because I knew the robot wasn't working well.
Do we say anything about the flips that occurred after?
Flips.
The lifts and flips?
The lifts and flips?
Never mind.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we keep going in for more. You can see me going for the reverse attacks. We get some sparks going.
You go reverse attacks, but she is like lifting your saw off of her with the lifters parrying.
The microphone there is terrible. This isn't like my stream audio. It's real bad. But great tournament. If anyone from that hears this and then they want to shoot me because I was mean to them, don't do it. I'm really eating them like, yeah. That's shoot.
There's no such thing as an incorrect spelling, but I'm stealing the absurd way you're spelling the word horrendous, Jaren, in chat. It's like a Guar character. Excuse me. Go on. Fight.
So yeah. I think it was a tap out at that point. Now we got Turbo Fiend versus Cole. Actually, we don't need to dox people. another Panda family member.
He was in the chat.
He was in the chat. But we don't need to go further than that. Cole is typically a hammer saw. They're in a whiplash config here, which basically means like a lifter slash. It's a lifter that has a spinner on it.
Excuse me, I have to text our mother. And I don't mean that. I don't mean that snidely. I kind of was going to text her earlier so that I didn't have to text her. But then I was like, "But no, I'll do it for the bit on stream."
Give her the link. We'll let it run. Should we let it? We'll let it run.
Let it run. This is actually third scariest fight of the day. Completely. The way that that weapon is angled and with the ground game that he has, he could easily get to what I won't say the critical points on Turbo Fiend are.
Yeah, it was. I think it may have been that moment or like a different moment in the fight where I was like, "Oh shit!" Like any one of these hits can do a lot of damage if they hit you in the right spot. So even though the drive became compromised pretty quick, still gotta take this thing seriously. Dima's gotta rough him up, let him know who's boss, let him know who the Fiend is. Oh, and there you can see, I didn't even mention patented cheese block technology. Keeping our beautiful boy safe.
The cheese block makes it harder to drive, I will say, but I like his Elvis ska hair, and it's kind of weird that I'm running it at all because he's not playing it like a top attack robot, but it is still kind of helpful because you see scrambles happen and...
Oh, he absolutely could have. If you're behind him, he could smash you with it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that kind of, even if he's not going for that kind of strike, he's kind of not going for that strike partially also because I have the cheese hat. Wisconsin, baby. Something flew off. I'm really hungry. I can't eat on stream, so I open a granola bar and I'm just smelling it.
What?
I wish I was lying.
Who up smelling the granola?
Taste the reason. We're kind of on like a wall exchange here, but I release, but also he's flipping and dipping around. That's a good hit with some good bite. There aren't a lot of like big knockaround shots, but here are where they come close to the end. Sniffer.
Just kind of wore him down. No eating or drinking on stream.
Henchman Sam says just eat. I think he's
no eating or drinking on stream. That's for guests and for the chat.
Am I not a guest? I'm not.
You are a guest. That's what I said.
No, have you seen? You haven't seen that video of that guy. I think it's fake, but he's in a job interview. He's like takes a quick bite on camera, and she's like, "No eating, sir." And he's like, "I'm not eating."
Yeah, I've seen it. That's good. Actually, here's a new feature. Sometimes I feel like robot nerds will do a tournament recap like this. You don't quite know what's going on. Here we go. Here's the bracket. Turbo Fiend and Mako both went 3-0. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff. Cereal and milk. I wish that were me. Turbo Fiend has the first round seed. Mako's got the second one down at the bottom. So we just gotta keep winning, keep fighting. I don't remember what fight is next.
Yeah, things also get shuffled around during the day, but this is Turbo Fiend versus Maxident, which you want me to? You just telling me to like
go right ahead. I was just doing.
This was a really interesting fight. I don't know who these builders were. I didn't get a chance to talk to them. They were on a team with a couple other people, I think, and I talked to one person from the team, but not the drivers that I faced. But before the match, I did say I was in a little bit of a rush because I was late to the cage, but I did say something to the effect of, I don't have a shirt for my robot because they both had Maxident shirts with pink font that looked like lightning bolts, and they were awesome. So to whoever those drivers, it's the team that has stress concentration.
Yeah, I was going to say, yes. So
Yeah, I can't remember what college they're from. There's just a lot of names going around all day, and it's different when I don't have pieces of paper in front of me. But this is a multi-bot vert with two-wheel drive, wheel guards, and forks. Very similar to Turbo Fiend, but split into two, a multi. I was really excited for this fight because I like fighting multis. I'm weird. I'm weird, and I have opposite opinions to basically everybody, it seems like, about a lot of things. But I really, really like driving against multis. And let it roll. Before the fight, I kept saying, I know the Ice Climbers matchup. To anybody who's played Smash Brothers, it means separate them. it means hit one away and then keep hitting it so they stay separated, or go and get the other one while one struggles to catch up. That's kind of the MO, because once we were talking earlier about like letting people get free and stuff, but A, this is bracket, and B, once one copy is disabled, I'm going to show aggression by hitting the other segment. The consequence of being a multi-bot is that impacts are stronger on you and you can get thrown farther. So that first hit was, you know, I want to say pretty critical, and then from then on it was just a matter of taking the other one. Instead of the ice climbers thing, I don't know what you're doing to me in my camera. Instead of the ice climbers thing, Julian said something like, you have to fight like Jackie Chan, which means never like make one of them be in between you and the other one. And as soon as he said, like, I don't know where he got that from, or if that's like a common sentiment or like a known Chan theory, but as soon as he said that, I was like, that's genius.
Haven't you ever seen any Jackie Chan movie where he's fighting multiple people? You don't fight them both at once. You put them in a line.
I know you don't fight them both at once, but the way you phrase it, the way you visualize it, as opposed to like just take one at a time. Uncle Lindo's Cousin of Robot Fighting is literally 1-to-1 3-dimensional Smash Bros. It's probably, I admit, a little bit more like Smash than it is like Tekken. Just kind of funny. That's not totally. I'll think about that.
So
anyway,
we're going to take a slight intermission for 1 second. So I got to tell a funny story, and that is, it's relax. It's a good one.
Also kidding.
As you people know, Jaren was the one who drove Friendo in November, got us all the way to second place. However, Jaren was driving the Power of Friendship earlier today, until he got eliminated. But once he got eliminated, he was like, "Yo, bro, I'm ready. I'm game. Let's do this." And I was like, "Okay. I just have to talk to Dima first to make sure it's fine." So then I was waiting, because I was like, I was going to explain it to Dima, like, blah, 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 you know, it's important Jaren gets experience. I was very, very exhausted that day. So how it came out was, I patiently waited for Dima to be done with the conversation. I said, Dima, come over here. And all I said was, "You're out. Jaren's in." And it wasn't on purpose or anything. Now, that's just how it happened. And that's what's happening right now. Actually, Dima, you're not out, but here's Jaren. Here's the boy.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
Surprise, it's me again.
It's Jaren. Here's the guy. So now, yeah, this is working well. It just kind of like smushed you over a little, Dima. So let me get this all situated. Ooh, this is like perfect. Nice 3-way action. Before this fight starts, Mako was initially supposed to fight Prince, but Julian did not want to fight Mako again because I don't know why. So there was a 3-way rock paper because Mako pinned them too much, and it was really mean of me to do. But there was a 3-way rock paper scissors match. Lightly Toasted won. So that's going to be the fight. And Jaren is driving Friendo, as Jaren does best. Better than some. Better than most.
I guess.
I'm just memeing on Dima.
I honestly, I like barely remember yesterday. I was so sleep deprived.
It wasn't even yesterday. It's Monday now.
2 days ago, whatever.
Yeah. I think it was rock, paper, scissors or something. But yeah, we got him back right side up. Jaren's got a good pin, but he gets stuck. I'm basically just being patient until I can get in there. And here we go. More carbon fiber dust all over the place.
I wonder what you hit, because I saw a bunch of sparks come out of that.
And I was surprised they did a 360 right away, but then they died.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of lining up to take another hit, like, and then they tap out. I try to be very ruthless, where I'm not gonna wait. Like even if I think you're dead, it's like you can tap out whenever you want. And I know that's kind of evil, but like you're allowed to instantly stop the match. I'm never gonna attack someone after they tap out, but like you gotta tap out. Any thoughts, Jaron? Drove tremendously. Solid win.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to figure out how to drive. I drove Power Friendship earlier that day, and like I felt like I was flailing around the entire day. So
Yeah,
I had to figure out how to not drive like a drunken sailor.
Yeah, it happens. I'm sure it's a lot of builders in the chat, but like there are days when it's just like I am oversteering, like flopping all over the place, just can't get the robot to do what I want, and there are days where I'm like locked in. It's not easy, especially when you're dealing with all the stress to get the robot in there. Like sometimes the match starts and you just don't do great. But we got the win. Pretty dang good win, aside from all the cancer we gave each other. Ooh, boom. Look at this great feature of Monday Night Mako Mania. So here is the top 8. And this actually brings up a very good point. The robot I was most scared of for both of our sakes was Rickety Cricket. And Counterpunch did a phenomenal job taking them out. I have no idea like what either of us would have done against that robot, just because it outreaches. Like I don't know, it's too chaotic for Mako to control, and just outreaches Turbo Fiend so bad that yeah. Yeah, I don't know what guy was driving that robot, but Counterpunch luckily saved us and took him out. But this stream is going long. I'm sorry guys, I'm rambling. Rip right into it. What is this? Mako or Turbo Fiend First Law? Take it away, Dima.
Oh, can I speak? First Law is another similar shape to Turbo Fiend. He is a robot that has different configs and not just in forks or armor. He could be a hammer saw if he wanted to, and I was ready to face that, but he decided to go with the vert. He was telling me he said he wasn't confident in the fight. He asked me if I could go easy on him, and I said, sure. And I don't think I actually did, but it was I think he did not credit himself with the idea that he could have chewed me up just as easily as I can chew somebody up in the back if he, got lucky or it was able to outmaneuver me in driving, but I am not one to allow that to happen. I try to get it right here. I try to get that grinding hit I always talk about. Whenever he gets on top of me, I'm trying to keep him there and let my tooth just like dig in. The single impactor on the Turbo Fiend weapon. This is bad. This is bad for me because he could be, if his weapon was spinning right now, he could be touching bad parts of Turbo Fiend to hit. Not to give away details, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, First Law is a good robot. It made it this far, obviously.
Yeah, he was acting like it had already been lost, and I was like, dude, no, I'm like a little scared. You gotta be a little respectful and like scared of your opponents. You know what I mean?
I almost think of I say this about a lot of robots, but this is like Turbo Fiend, but actually with some design thought instead of just TPU block.
TPU spam.
Yeah, the Dima does a good job of controlling this.
There was a guy who came up to me at some point in the pits. I think 2 fights before grand final. So maybe after this fight, where he was like, it's been so awesome watching you fight. You're like a killer out there. And I was like, yeah, you got to be a little aggressive. And he was like, no, like you're like bloodthirsty. Like you don't let them breathe, and like you just chase them down. And I was like, almost a little blushing. I was like, somebody noticed. Yeah, I got some like choice hits on the side, but I don't think they particularly amounted to much. Like his robot's still fully functional, still going. We do-si-do a little bit, and I avoid getting like pinned. I'm not sure if the ref like calls for a disengagement or anything, because like we're both pushing. You know what I mean? It's not. I wouldn't really say that's a pin either direction.
The pins were tricky here as for what they were calling, what they weren't.
Yeah, it like also seemed like sometimes they were calling mutual pins and sometimes not. I don't know.
Well, to its credit, I think it did a good job when it decided things were vibes based. Like if I was a ref, I wouldn't really want to call that a mutual pin, especially if there's movement happening. Like when movement stops, sure, but like we were pushing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I don't like counting a mutual pin as like a pin when that's happening. I usually just let it ride until one robot clearly has the upper hand.
All right.
Yeah, that was a closer fight than I remember, but yeah, Dima wound up winning that off of just being more aggressive, winning more exchanges. This video is edited badly, but here's Mako versus Counterpunch. And you can see Counterpunch, I respect how they try a lot of funky front ends. This is one that someone could look at and think, oh, what the heck are they doing? But kind of bodies us most of the match. But I'll just let it play. I gotta get in there.
I swear to God, every time I drive at MassD, I get magneted into the pit, regardless of what robot I'm driving.
But yeah, Counterpunch is like I said, like their front end is just doing a real good job. I'm trying to hide my saw, not get destroyed. They're stuck under the pit. This is like a very scary situation. Jared's trying to get them off me. But somehow, like, we survived that whole thing. Yeah, it's tricky. Their forks just really get in between mine and win most of the engagements. A little bit longer and metal. Boom, I get hit pretty dang hard there.
There was like a non-zero amount of times where I definitely put you in a worse position to be in than you would have been in already.
Yeah, yeah, I remember now. Jaren was stuck, and I was like, I can't just like try to fight the rest of the match with him. But I also know if I turned around, like I just did, it was a big risk. But I took it. Jaren's free, and he's doing a better job of me of bullying. There was a good.
It's a crazy pin.
I just couldn't get in position in time.
Yeah, 5-second pins are pretty brutal for control bots.
Yeah, especially I'm not going to like start an attack at 5, especially when it's borderline.
Yeah.
But again, I should have gotten in there. Yeah, like even when Jaren's pinning them, like I just cannot take them on head on. I go for a little attack, but it was late, so now I'm just kind of waiting for them to get free.
Oh yeah, and now I guess you can't see it in this angle, but Counterpunch's fork is stuck under the wall, and I'm stuck under Counterpunch.
I
couldn't wiggle
really
out.
Stuck, yeah. So,
but I forgot I had a lifter, so I used the lifter, and it just freed us.
Yeah, and then it restarted. Here we go. Nice.
I don't think Counterpunch has very thick spring steel top armor. I think most of the advantage comes from this air gap.
Jaren does a great job being aggressive here, and boom, that's gets him stuck. That's the match. Later, gotta go. Godspeed. But yeah, Jaren, like he was dominating us. He got stuck and got angry. That's the name of the game. But yeah, that was very cool.
There was such a weird engagement
weird
at the end, because I just like kind of tickled the lifter into his weapon, and then like I saw like 3 different things explode off of the robot and it stopped working. I don't really understand what happened, but
yeah, I don't know. I'll take it. Sometimes it's good to be lucky, but also like
yeah,
we stayed in there, kept trying. Here is the crazy part is Mako, didn't really look that damaged until I got it into the pit, and I undid like there's like a little silver servo like holder, and I don't know how well this is showing up on camera, but like Mako is split. Like I always joke like, oh, I'm gonna cut him in half. Like Mako is, I don't know, my camera's lagging, but like Mako is like almost all the way in half.
Mako is jelly baby.
Yeah, And I don't want to mess with it. Like I could easily just rip it all the way in half, but I'm saving this and giving this to him as a trophy. But what's also funny is like you can see all those wires running through the center. None of them got cut. So like electronics wise, component wise, Mako is pretty good. I did get my motor sniped. Actually, I wasn't paying attention. Things wobbling around, but yeah, at some point a blade went right up, caught the motor. It actually survived, so like it was able to spin up, but like it has to be replaced. I think there's some dead coils. So yeah, now we're in the top 4. All of us. Hopefully I edited this right. Here we go. This is Turbo Fiend versus Showtime, and this is one of your buddies, Jaren. So feel free.
Yeah, this is one of my buddies.
Yeah.
I don't think I really had that much to say to him before this fight, other than I was kind of just banking on like weapon to weapon hurt Turbo Fiend more than Showtime.
Yeah, we were getting
Tossed.
Well, as you can see, getting tossed all around, and then
Until
it's that one little shot that hit.
Yeah.
Important stuff.
So, actually, that shot, if I remember correctly, Ben told me the only thing it did was it hit the carbon spreader above his like weapon and pulley and bent it into the belt to the point that the belt couldn't spin anymore.
That's rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, at that point, like, not to reveal too much of our secrets. Not that it's a big secret, but like Turbo Fiend just thrives on, I'm going to fight you head on this whole match. Even if it's a big vert, like we're going to fight you head on and then take like an angle close up. After those like first 5 engagements, like it was very clear we were not going to win those. So Dima was going to have to try to outdrive Showtime, which was going to be difficult. But we just got that crazy pop up, and just sometimes good.
I was like a half a second away from telling him to start backing up after every hit, and like that happened as I was about to tell him that. So
you got to speak faster.
Yeah, it's not the first time that's been my issue coaching of I need to say the thing earlier.
But yeah, that was just one of those crazy things. I'll take some credit that Turbo Fiend was durable enough to stay alive, but no, like mostly luck. I'll admit that.
I was pretty impressed by the hub motor.
Say again, Dima?
Sorry for interrupting actual robot talk. I was saying I have a high luck and charisma stat.
Sure. No, yeah, go ahead.
I was pretty impressed by that hub motor, considering like the issues that I've seen some other people having with them more recently.
Yeah.
That thing held up pretty well. I guess just like TPU uprights are cracked.
Yeah, I think it helps a lot, and I think just that squish on all the hits. It means we're imparting less on them, but like we're just not slamming all the force back into the motor. But yeah, the hub motor survived all dang day, so that was good. Oh, Rad Rabbit asks how we pick between the straight forks, the lower paddles, and the splayed out ones. I think the splayed out ones we've only ever used once, and they were flipping terrible. I think they were just a bad call for that fight, but I wanted to give them a go. So I think most of our other fights are the forks that you're seeing now. We do have some that are like a little lower without like the little hook geometry. I guess theoretically you'd use those against a hammer saw because you don't want to hook them in. You want to make sure you could back up every time you need to. But yeah, that's about it. Turbo Fiend in the old days used to have like 2D forks, but now we always run like the little wedgelet type things. I don't know how much they help, but they look fiendish. What do you think, Dima? Are you awake? Dima?
I was muted by accident, and I forgot what I was going to say, and the burp distracted me really big. Can you just
Sorry, I'm a big pickle Rick head.
tee me up just one more time? What did you just say?
I'm not repeating things. We were talking about Gwen asked about why we use certain forks.
Yeah, you say the splayed out forks you don't think were bad. It was just that matchup. I think they're terrible. I still fully. I guess we don't have enough data collectively on the Piba forks. Did we even run those today, or just
Yes.
Piba wheel guards? We ran the Piba forks. Well, I don't know. It's hard to know, but the like the deep. I'm typically most confident just the default.
Hell yeah. Let's get it. So I get, what is that? That's Dima in the finals?
Yeah.
After that?
He doesn't have eyes anymore.
No, he does not have eyes anymore. I gave you tape, you did not use the tape.
How do I make a circle, and how do I make it protrude?
Is this Mothership? Yes. At least
Yeah.
they have good theming, so I mix them up. But this is a beater, two-wheel drive beater, and he is very chaotic for this fight. So he's just trying to zoom all around, not get pinned, and we're trying to lock him down. Doesn't go too well.
Yeah, I kind of was like, I'm gonna try to clamp him more, but anytime I got a slight clamp, he was gone. I think if I did this fight again, I would have moved the forks in closer to each other because it's such a skinny robot.
Yeah.
So because like I would kind of get square with him and then sort of get a clamp, but then he would kind of slip out because the forks were a little too far apart.
Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, I didn't realize quite how. Yeah, it's quite narrow, so like you can't ever really hit him with both forks.
Yeah.
Too cleanly. And actually, Mako's. Okay, I think it happened briefly there. One of my wheel guards got bent up on top of the wheel, so I was half drive for some of it. It's back now. I think it fails again later. But as you can see, he's just going X Games mode, and we're trying to put him in molasses. Trying to give him concrete boots. Can't. I got one little hit. I like this camera angle, seeing the kids all excited. It's fun. Another nice little hit. That kid is loving it. Oh, I forgot.
I forgot I got stuck like that. I don't know how I managed that.
I think this is another one where I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get over to G and eat a shot. No, but actually I saved him, wasn't too bad. Boom, took a big hit. That was rough. And right here, boom.
Is that
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I think it's when he lands.
Okay, so I was like, I don't know how we're gonna deal with him. So I'm just gonna be funny and yeet myself into the pit after him, and I got a lucky snipe on his belt, I guess, with the toes.
You think so? Yeah, I feel like that's gotta be it. I thought at first like it was when he landed, but like that wouldn't break it.
No,
So,
I think it was the same thing of like how Jake has that like spring steel, and just like I got the fork into the belt and just got incredibly lucky with where I landed.
Yeah, I think that's why sometimes it pays to be aggressive and crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I like driving with you, because like we're not just gonna like, oh, we'll sit here and wait for him. It's like, nah, we're gonna try to win, baby.
Yeah, I don't know how we would have had any upper hand of that fight if we didn't get that belt.
That was a real. I mean, I did land like 2 shots, but like he punted us like 2 times. So
yeah, it was pretty equal.
It was like, even if they gave it to him there, I wouldn't have been mad, because like again, my wheel guard is stuck, so I've got, even though my motor's fine, I've got half drive. He's got no weapons, so like it was a pretty close fight. I gotta fix that dang wheel guard problem. It's funny, like I'm using high-speed TPU, and I think instead of it breaking apart, it's bending.
Interesting.
Which I know sounds counterintuitive, but that's what seemed to happen. Oh, here we go. A few things about this fight. thank you to Gwen, because at around, it was Friday, I was like, oh crap, if I face Dima, I don't have enough transmitters for all the robots. So I messaged her, I was like, Gwen, can I borrow your Zoro? Thankfully she brought it. Very nice lady.
It's right over there.
What?
It's right over there.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I said it's right over there.
Oh, the transmitter, got it. Yeah, Dima has the transmitter. That's so nice of her, whoever she is, wherever she is. Dima's got the cheese blocks out again. We briefly talked about it. She's got anytime you see black today, it's Piba. So those forks are super light to allow for more weight in armor. I actually put on a bigger saw that I'm tip speed limiting because I knew I was never getting through the cheese blocks with the small saw. And Jaren swaps to our secret weapon for the day, and that is the overhead soldering iron.
Why did you do that?
Because flipping you was going
Basically
to be
does nothing.
It basically does nothing.
Yeah.
It was going to be difficult.
Flipping on my butt does not do nothing.
It does less than clamping down on you, which definitely would immobilize you and put you at a disadvantage for longer than flipping you on your back, because how you can just jump into the air almost immediately.
Yep. And there's a few things.
What I asked.
And here's Dima flips upside down.
Well,
an actual interesting thing about the Piba forks, because they're so flexible. I was messing around with it earlier. If Friendo tries to lift Turbofine from behind, the forks just kind of flex, and you don't get past like the pivot point. So they just flex and then it goes back down. I think we would be able to get her over, but also it's like we want to burn through that cheese block. We want to try to kill some stuff. I don't know if anyone in the chat has noticed, but all three people in the stream right now are in the finals right now. So it's a pretty good day. Demon's summoning demons over there. And let those scents mix. You don't know what's going to happen.
like mixing cleaning chemicals. You never know what you just might get.
Dima does a good job of bullying us, fighting like Jackie Chan. That's a textbook Jackie Chan move right there.
Textbook Chan.
Textbook Chan. I mean, we did some good damage to her. We just didn't damage anything important.
Yeah, it's such like an awkward shape to pin and try to get a good top-down hit on.
I also wanted it like in my heart.
Yeah.
You ever seen anime?
I've seen anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
That was a good spin move. That was a good spin move I did.
That was a good spin move you did. Dude, big hit on me.
We did a lot of spin dancing.
Yeah.
Jaren was a pithead all day.
No,
That
there was
really
a good
was. Yeah, there was a good. I think I got like 2 good burns. I am magnetized to the MassD pit. I think it's just my driving style of like use all of the space available, and that just happens to be a hole in the ground.
What sucks here is I noticed this earlier. I'm rewinding a few seconds. Right here is where the servo died, and I don't understand why.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like it didn't even. It must have just been a cumulative damage. And then it was solved a little bit there, but now that the servo's down, we're in trouble.
In rougher shape.
Yeah. Oh! There's a moment where I was gonna go for the wheel, but Jaren comes barreling in. But it's alright. I fumbled.
And somehow got a pin.
Yeah.
Oh, and then that happened.
Yeah. And then Jaren's got a pin, but now one of my motors is dead. Actually, it F's me up. They paused to reset us. Oh yeah. I think she starts you like right in the pin.
Yeah, that was an interesting match assumption,
I'll
but
take it.
We are going to resume this 3-pound final match in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 minute left in this competition. That's
and I'm like, oh, like it's a great,
Yeah, I
it's a
know.
great lineup, but my arm's dead.
It would have been perfect. But yeah, I'm like trying to make my way in.
And then it just kind of turns into a dog pile.
Yeah. Of Dima just wrecking us. See, like I had moments, but never could do too much. Turbo Fiend has like a lot of armor now. Since I've like refined the design, it's really hard to kill. See, even there, it's like, come on. But she stays alive. You're not going to say anything through this whole fight, Dima?
You guys were talking. I don't know what to say. I also dominated the conversation earlier and didn't want to brag about how I was going sicko mode and call me a final boss or something.
X Games mode.
Yeah, right. I can't say it.
Yeah, but how, your final dance isn't as good as mine.
That's
Actually,
true.
I think my final dance was the best.
You're
notice,
at
but, like,
this point
that
you have more.
Saturn
You
is
have like more experience driving bird type robots than anybody between
Yeah.
Me,
sent in the bird
I don't know if
config.
I beat Kikoto because there's been a good number of power friendship events I haven't driven, so we might be like tied. But
True. I think of you as the default driver for that when it's not all of the fights. That was
that's fair.
That was a really good fight in a way that it does not go when there's only Mako in the room with me. When there's 1v1 Mako, I think even with the cheese blocks and different armor, I probably lose because I can't get past. I don't have reach. I can't beat the middle force. Not
Wait,
ripping off.
Dima didn't get the trophy?
No, I keep the trophies, baby. I build the robots, I keep the trophies. That's the rules.
Do you want me to like crocodile? I'll cry right now. Like I could just. There was a drag queen who said something to the effect of, if you can cry on command and you use it for anything other than acting, you are a problem.
Yeah, you're an evil person.
Yeah, something to that effect. I could do it right now. Do you want me to?
I'd prefer if you did.
You were like, the trophies stay with me, and all I had to think was just the phrase, I don't get to have anything, and I just started bawling.
Hang on. Guess what? Boom.
Oh,
boom.
What is
They're
that?
so
Is that
pretty.
third from last time?
No, that's second from the original MassD, the original Resurgence.
Oh, right, yeah. So yeah, we've got a lot of. Some of us on the stream have some of these. Dima doesn't have any of them, but
Jesus Christ.
it was pretty. Like the first one, I got best design. I think just because I did that dumb anchor match where I faced Seth with like the Triton bar.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was so long ago.
That was only like the second or third.
I think it was the
Mako with
second
sub
one.
match. Yeah.
Never mind.
No, yeah, Mako with the.
I remember that and being like, who is this guy and what is he doing?
Yeah. And then I think the next one, I think it was August, yeah. Then I came with updated Mako and won the whole dang thing. So there we go. Yeah. That's about it. We could talk a little bit about our plans for NHRL. Nothing much has changed.
I'm in the booth.
Dima's in the booth. Thank you, Luke. It was great seeing you. Great seeing the bot in person. It's terrifying. I'm glad I didn't have to fight it.
I can only imagine what his poor lawn goes through from time to time.
Or his street.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has seen. I'm sure everyone has seen Pepe Sylvia lawnmower. So
Yeah, it's Luke in the chat builds tremendous robots. He built. It's actually a shame Rickety Cricket was not in any of this video today, but Go look him up. Look up Rickety Cricket. It's It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but it's also a great fighting robot. What was I saying? For NHRL in less than a week. Dima's in the commentary. Mako and Friendo are running. If we can pass the dummy test, we'll see how that goes. If not, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But as far as changes, not much. Actually, I was running a different saw arm this go around where my wires are routed down the side instead of down the back. I don't know how well to show you up on camera, but like my wires that were in the back had been sniped, like they've been sniped a lot. So basically I routed them down the side. So in theory, they're protected by the saw as long as I don't cut into them myself. And after running the smaller saw at MassD, I'm going to consider running it at NHRL. It saves a lot of weight, so like getting your configs in weight isn't quite as stressful. And I think it's a lot easier to keep it safe, and it's more durable. So I don't know. We'll see. Part of me thinks it's lame to not run the full Mako saw, just because it's a lot of fun. But you know what's more fun? Winning fights so you can keep going. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. NHRL, I'm gonna drive and do what got us a qualification, and if that doesn't get us a qualification, then it sucks to suck, I guess.
Yeah. The red color of the wire management tape. I don't know. It's just always been red. This is more of like a brown one. But yeah, theoretically the tape isn't really needed anymore because it's actually like threaded through. But I like it. Jaren's sort of referring to how NHRL rules have changed. Oh yeah, Rad Rabbit, killing it.
I can't see the chat.
Oh,
The
you
way,
can see the chat.
because this is Google Meet, and when another person joins the call and your older brother doesn't tell you that there's going to be a third person in the call, it panels it based on your monitor. My monitor is a different size, so I also didn't see like 1/3 of the fight screen, and I can't see Julian right now.
I'm sorry.
You can pin the video.
Either way, it was funny because like much like MassD, it was suddenly like, sorry, Dima, here comes Jaren. Here comes here comes driver number 1, baby.
No, yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Anybody at NHRL this weekend should hang out with me and give me free food, or I'll give you free food.
Genuinely, I hope Gwen is there with that hot dog cooker again.
Wait, what?
I'm just so hungry. I can't stop thinking.
Glenn, you have a hot dog cooker?
No, you weren't there?
Julian.
I'm listening.
Where is the margarita machine?
The margarita machine is behind me, but it's bulky and hard to pack.
Please tell me you also haven't left it like unwashed after making
I
margarita.
wash it all the time.
Sounds like someone that doesn't wash it all the time.
I'm sorry you won't be there. You should watch the stream regardless, and you can hear Dima commentate, say a lot of mean things about me. But right now, the plan is...
I'm going to say to the world, I'm sick of this dude.
I'm sure Dima will be. I'm sick of being replaced.
Well, she would have been driving Mako, but she was like, oh, I want a dumpster, so I'm out of here. And left her brother to toil in the pits. Then she shows up, just drives Turbo Fiend and leaves.
What you're not understanding is I get to hang out with Kyle for like a while, not just for like 30 seconds in the pit while he says hi to all of his favorite people, which is everybody.
You should specify to Kyle. I don't know where this started, but my pronouns are in fact not they them, and I find it incredibly funny that I've been they them a bunch. Despite pronouns being, I think, a part of registration.
Yeah, that is funny.
How much of that is due to exactly what we were talking about earlier? Like how you're like mononymous, like Cher, like your name is just Jaren, and like you are Jaren and nothing else. Like,
What does that mean?
How much of that is like your gender got replaced with Jaren?
It's like it's a very unique name, and like it's like
It's not your fault. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying.
No, I'm trying to just understand what you're even meaning in the first place.
I'm digging into the why of why you're getting they them.
Okay.
I think it's because you're just Jaren.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I find it quite funny.
Yeah, I'm starving and I could go make myself ramen noodles, or we could go online shopping on Best Buy.
I'm not online shopping. Luke Quinn, famed builder of
I can't wait for this to accidentally dox him.
Asked if it was a Jimmy Buffett machine. No, it's a Ninja Slushy, not a sponsor. But hey, Ninja, if you come upon this stream, I'm open to it.
Which Ninja?
The Ninja Slushy. It's called Ninja Slushy.
What about the guy who's not seen enough movement?
I'm not young enough to watch creepy streamers. But I am an influencer. I'm gonna influence a slice of pizza right into my mouth after this.
What are you eating after this?
What?
When we were talking about like what our NHRL strategy, I just couldn't stop thinking about the food. I'm just so hungry.
The food is tremendous.
Okay, yeah. For those who have worked NHRL staff, the staff food is like actually decent.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's the same provider as the pit food if you get the lunches, and I'm talking about the taco truck. It's my favorite tacos I ever have in my life, and I'm hungry, MFer, and they got French fries, and sometimes I'll eat like the tacos on top of the French fry, and then when the meat falls out of the taco, it's like having crazy fries basically.
Crazy fries. Oh, also,
and by the way, what I just said is true.
If you go to NHRL as like a spectator at the front desk, if like as you're checking in or whatever, if you say it's Mako time, you get -10% off a hot dog purchase. So just make sure you say it's Mako time, and they'll be like, "We got you." There used to be a Mako cocktail at the bar, but I got taken off the menu. I think it's because I said inflammatory things on the Discord, like I don't like it when you change the rules. Anything else? Jaren and I are gonna go out there and ball out. We're gonna have a fun time.
We're either gonna ball out or I'm gonna get stuck in the kick plate 17 times.
Yeah. I've been sort of frustrated with Mako, so I don't. The November run was supposed to be like the final thing of Mako. Just so happened that we did very well, so then we had to do finals, and then MassD's here. Let's do it again. But I'm ready to build other things and pilot other robots, especially with the rule changes. It's very weird that control is no longer a scoring thing, but regardless, even without that, like I'm excited to drive Turbo Fiend at NHRL for the first time in March. I don't know if Jaren, I don't know if you do that.
No, I was not aware.
Yeah, I'm excited about all the changes it's gotten. I think it competed. I don't remember when it was, but the last time Dima competed, it had gotten a big revision. But I think I screwed her over because I tried a new wheel making technique and they just sucked. Like the wheels were just really bad. So she wound up not doing great. But like
I did well.
She did well, but like the robot was just not performing as well as I think it could. And it'll just be. I'm excited to build other robots, pilot other robots. Like I've been doing Mako for like 2.5 years. Like I'll have fun with smart stuff. Yeah.
It's part of the reason I am constantly searching for opportunities to drive multis and minis and stuff, because it's so much more refreshing than just driving the same robot over and over, because you learn all the quirks and then you learn, oh, this is kind of actually boring sometimes. So
I don't know if Luke is trolling Dima, but Dima's going to be riding the invisible desk.
We could just answer in earnest. I'm probably not driving that event.
Well, no, you're not. You're not driving.
There is a consideration. I told Julian, or Julian had this idea too. Maybe print Turbo Fiend in a different color and run it under a different name. I don't know. What do you think, Jules?
No, I'm registered as Turbo Fiend in March. Like, I am driving Turbo Fiend. Sorry.
You could change the name to Turbo Freak and make him lime green.
I was about to say green, but I was more thinking like Showtime green.
I don't think I'm allowed to at this point. So like I'm running Turbo Fiend for at least one event. Sorry, Dima.
It's okay. It's just like it's not a part of me that's sad. It's a part of me that's using it as an excuse to just make more turbos.
Yeah. Yeah. NHRL is weird. Where like you're encouraged to run the same robot, keep your ranking to theoretically have an easier path. Not that you really do. Like you never know who you're gonna face.
Yeah, it's good for seeding. I just have horrible habits, and in fighting games, I change my name every tournament. Like it's just a habit I have because you get good name ideas and you want to use them all.
But yeah,
And, where's Turbo Fresh?
Aside from, and I'm gathering my thoughts because like
Let's
I love
ignore
driving
him.
with Jaren. Driving a multibot is very fun, but also it's like hellacious to prepare the multibot, preparing twice the amount of robots.
Yeah, I can't imagine what you are dealing with.
And I mean, it's doable. It's just not fun. It's like I have to scramble the next 4 days or whatever. And the money, and because they're 2 pounds, like Mako takes a lot of damage through events. Whereas like the 3 pound Mako, like never really did. So I would like to take a break from Mako. Do like a considerable redesign, like without any sort of time frame, without any sort of time crunch, so I can just do like exactly what I want, figure out exactly what I want, and bring it back at some point. Another tricky thing is like now that it is a multi, as far as I know, I can't just put it back at 3 pounds if I wanted to, which I kind of think I do, considering we don't even know if Friendo can pass the new dummy test. So we'll find out. It's kind of funny that we're having this whole serious conversation with the slushy machine just chilling here.
Hey, at least it's not like Minecraft parkour.
Yeah,
Listen,
could have been.
I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I'm starving. And
You can pop off. Let's Jared.
Let me sign. Okay, before you instantly say, "Hey, Jared, Dima's out. You're in." Can I just sign off for a second?
Not what I was gonna say.
Well, okay, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was gonna ask him if you have any robot plans you wanted to talk about. Dima and I have been talking. I appreciate that you're here.
No,
honestly. Oh, go.
I love everybody in the robot community. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by Julian's stream. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for listening to me on commentary. And I'll see you all at NHRL. And if I don't, you'll hear from me on the stream. Peace.
Bye, Dima. See you next week.
Dima.
Good day.
Ooh, that was cool. Just sort of slid over.
Yeah, it worked pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a ton of robot plans. Obviously I'm on the Waddles team and part of Supernova. So, you know, some stuff will come of that within the next few months or whatever. Supernova is a 1200. I don't know if you,
No, I was going to say, that was the one you were helping with in November. And
yes, that was the purple and black. Yeah. That one is run by Ezekiel, who also runs Blink. And I've been mostly just doing more of the physical work on it. But we'll probably be doing something with that. Plans are kind of unsure. As for my personal robots, kind of taking a break from anything 3 pounds and up until probably the next school year because of like price and burnout and like I don't know. I'm finding myself in a similar place that I was last year right before I qualified for the event or qualified for finals. And when I qualified for finals, I was like, well, I don't want to get ready for finals.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a slog to get it ready. And then I kind of got my ass kicked at finals. and I just decided I'm gonna take it easy. But I'll probably bring a plastic ant and fight with it at our internal competition. I'm still gonna be doing stuff in the combat community. You know, I'm gonna be doing safety and reffing at the WPI event in a week and a half. I'm obviously driving the Mako half next week or this week. And yeah, so I'll still be around, but no Red Panda or Murray for a hot minute.
Yeah, it's I have similar feelings to Jaren, to where it when you do well, you sort of build expectations upon yourself, and it's like, okay, I have to keep coming back. I have to keep doing well, and even when it's internal, like there's not a whole lot of external pressure on us, but like I'm the type of way where it's like I feel like I have to go to NHRL, where it's like at a certain point, it's like you have to remember this is fun. Like if if it feels like crap to try to get a robot ready, it's like, hey, guess what? I don't have to get a robot ready. I can go to a tournament, have fun, and revisit this in a year, revisit this in 6 months, whatever.
Yeah. It's like part of the reason I just like I got the robot ready for finals, and it was like one of the most painful weeks of robot prep I've ever had to do, because I screwed up my center to center distance when I was changing belts, and I had a whole scramble where I had to panic get belts, panic get aluminum uprights, et cetera, and it was just unfun. And I decided that I wasn't going to put myself in that situation again semi-voluntarily. I mean, I was working on a vlog as well for finals prep that is still incomplete, considering it's been 3 months since finals, which I still need to finish that. But like, just, I don't know, taking a break and working on some simpler things. Is it here? No, it's in pieces. Like, plastic ants, or maybe I'll make my full combat ant work or something like that, but low stakes, low energy stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Like it's easy to like get sucked into putting, it's just burnout. That's the easiest way to put it. Like it happens in any hobby, and it's good to avoid it instead of just letting it make you like quit entirely. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for driving Friendo. I still remember when you just texted me, he was like, what do I have to do to drive half of Mako or whatever? And
I don't know how many people know this story, but I overheard from like one of my club members, because this was when I wasn't on Discord at all. So I overheard from one of my club members that Mako is becoming a multi-bot, and I was like, I need to drive half. And so I just texted, I was like, somebody get me Julian's number. And I texted him and I was like, what do I need to do to drive half of Mako? And Julian was like, just show up.
Yeah.
I was like, bet.
Yeah. I think, Jaren and I work really well together. We have a lot of fun during the matches, but we also are just like, all right, I'm like, we don't bullshit when it comes to doing repairs. We're both like very focused. Like, I look over and Jaren's doing exactly what he has to do when he doesn't even know, anything about the robot. He's just like, all right, I'm doing everything. And then we get down there and we have tons of fun, win or lose. We both drive aggressively. It's just awesome. And I very much appreciate it. And, this has been a long stream, so let's get the heck out of here. All right, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. See ya. Goodbye, everyone.
See you guys.